It's an incredible thought that for years now, for decades, God has been preparing a little boy from Phoenix and a little girl from Cincinnati to come together as one today. As many of you know, Derek and Christina's story began at a 4th of July party. She was at an evening of prayer and worship, and she felt God speak very clearly that a new day was coming. Even more specifically, she sensed that night that God was going to bring her husband to her before the end of the year. And on the way to that 4th of July party, Derek felt prompted to pray, and I quote, "Lord, I would love to meet my wife tonight. So if you could send her to this party, that would be awesome." The prophet Isaiah says that as a bridegroom rejoices over his bride, so will your God rejoice over you. So Derek, just as Christina is looking at you now, and Christina, just as Derek is looking at you, this is how God sees you. With pleasure, with compassion, with longing, with love. He finds you beautiful and marvelous.
Your love is a fire, burning bright for me.
Christina, I commit to put God before you in all things I do. Loving Him first will ultimately be the best way I could ever love you. I commit to encourage your faith and point you to the Lord every day. I commit to build a home with you where Jesus is the center. It will be warm and welcoming, filled with the Holy Spirit, and a place of peace. I also promise to do the majority of vacuuming since you dislike it so much.
I commit to honoring and respecting you by listening wholeheartedly and never speaking poorly of you to others. I commit to encouraging you by nourishing your soul with words of truth and love, playing with you by embracing the inner children that we are and not taking life so seriously.
I commit to support your need for fun and to do my part to make things as fun as possible. Your joy is infectious and I want more of it.
If your father were here tonight, I know he would want to say, look around and see how many people love you, how many people are pulling for you.
I commit to putting our marriage before myself, being fully alive with you by owning my true feelings and creating a safe space for you to share yours. And I commit to loving you with my whole heart for my whole life.
I commit to be faithful to you. I will protect you and provide for you every day of my life with every bit of strength I have. I commit to always be your greatest companion. I will be patient with you, always encouraging you and supportive of you.
Love keeps its promises, it keeps its word, it honors what's sacred.
Derek, Christina, I now pronounce that you are husband and wife. What God has joined together, let no one separate. Derek, this is your moment. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, I'm excited to present to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Derek Lewis Monty.
Christina, when you told me the other day that Derek came home on Christmas Eve and he cleaned the entire house for you, I thought of one thing. I thought that's a lot like your dad. Your dad would have done something like that because he was like a big teddy bear. He had a very big heart. Derek, he also probably would have given you a polygraph test. And so Kevin and I have that lined up outside here. We just have a few questions we want to ask you.
Christina and Derek, we raise our glasses to toast you as a couple and pray that God continues to bless you in this next incredible chapter in your lives. To Christina and Derek.